journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Well, folks, unfortunately, I've got a little bit of a technical difficulty here getting the charts into TFNN today. I'm doing my normal stuff, but it's just not working. I would like to mention to you to pay attention to the newsletter that comes out, because we got some major stuff happening right now, folks. Just looking at this gold market today, we bought it at 33.09. We wrote it up to 33.49, and then it's come down and hit 3268 has been the low. That was a 1.27, 3 drives to a top. I had my order setting in there, $3 lower, so we missed it by $3, and it's already rallied $17. This could be a major bottom here in the gold market. We thought it was last week. It lasted for 3 days and had a nice run, and then it's come down and made a new bottom. So when you look at the newsletter this week, pay attention to it coming in here Monday, because it's going to be very interesting. But the most interesting one of all is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Give me 1 second here, and I'll try to get this up and so we can see it together. Well, you can't see it, so hold on just a minute, and we'll go from there. All right? Now, I mentioned to you this price here in the Dow Jones Industrial Average of, I just told it to you just a second ago, and now it has disappeared on me. Oh, I love these disappearing charts. And we're doing it at a time when the NASDAQ is actually making some type of divergence. We've made new highs today in the S&P. We've made new highs on the NASDAQ, but not intraday. It's not moving up too much. Okay, that's the main thing that we want to keep watching as we're doing these things unfold. Let me get so I can tell you the numbers in the Dow Jones so you could look at it. But this is going to be the focus part of my newsletter coming in, because this is a daily chart, and you know how I like 3 drive patterns, which I do like those. So hold on just a second and we'll get this up here. The number in the Dow Jones was, well, it's already 80 points off, was 44,288. And the high was 44,288. Right now at 44,206. I think this may be the high of the market for maybe 1 day, possibly 2. I don't know anything like that, but I'm just telling you, if you look at that daily pattern, you'll see it in the newsletter that it lines up. There are 3 patterns there, folks, with the same number, 42,288, right within 50 points, all 3 of them. So that's where you get your 3 drive to a top pattern. So that's another one. The other one, I mentioned the gold market. Write this number down, folks. The number in the gold is for 32.60 even. 32.60 even is the 61% retracement of the whole move down in gold from that high we made up there at 35. It's 34.40. Hold on 1 second. The high up there at 34.80. Okay. Now that pullback comes down at 32.60. Now we're at 32.87 right now. It hasn't jumped more than $20 today, and it's a Friday, and it's a down week, so there's probably not going to be much buying, but watch it on Monday. That's a key number, 32.60. Very, very important. The other good news is, hold on 1 second, we had a position on in corn, December corn, and it rallied back to where we had bought it originally, okay? And that was at 426, and we decided, shut the front door and raise the rent. Just give me a second, folks. I'll get the right one up here in a minute. I got a little bit of a problem. We sold it at 426. The high today was 428. The reason why we sold this is that on Monday, we have a very large grain report coming out. Now, you've got a market that's been going down for quite a while. And that means that you've got to pay attention to the risk control, so we have to wait. Speaking of risk control, we spent a lot of time this morning going over what was happening in the grain markets. One of the things that we did, you'll have to write these down or look at my newsletter charts. They'll be posted there for you. But we looked at the price of December soybean meal on a long term, going back 5 years, folks, of December soybean meal. We found a beautiful pattern lined up that sets up just absolutely spot on. I'll give it to you in just 1 second. Stay tuned. And that number comes in. Right now it's trading at 288. Okay, but if you did this long-term weekly chart, you're coming in to a price level. Write this down. It's a toughie. $10 lower than where it is right now. December soybean meal. Now we got a report coming in on Monday, and that'll be a big one. But I'm going to be looking to be a buyer there. There's nobody in the world that's buying this stuff, and it's one of the most important foods in the world. It's 80% protein. When you crush the bean, you get 80% meal, 20% oil. So the meal is coming down to a major bottom. It has not been this low, folks, in 6 years. Look at your checkbook. Find out how many things have not been this cheap in 6 years. Okay? So the number on December meal is 278. It'll be in the newsletter. The stop will be at 268. You're going to become a farmer for $10 a bushel. Well, it's a ton, but it's still $100 per point. Okay, now a couple others. Now these will all be featured in the newsletter, but as I said, I'm just unable to post them right now. I'll try to reboot the computer at the break, but that usually doesn't help very much. But a really key one here is the Hang Seng Index. And you're not able to see this, but I'm just going to describe the number you want to be looking at. Now, it's been in a big run. It's getting ready to make a new high. It closed at 42,284. Watch it exactly 1,000 points higher at 25,248. That is a major ABCD back going to the January lows to the April high and April lows. That measures to that exact number. And if you looked at it on the 3-drive pattern, it is also making an absolute perfect 3-drive pattern at the number in the NASDAQ, 25,248. That's up 1,000 points from where we are right now. So it's going to be a very interesting one, to say the least. Okay? Those are some of the things that we talked about when we were doing the live trading today. We had a couple of scalps in there that I showed how the dynamite triangles work. We were expecting the market to explode up because all those targets were way ahead of where the market was, and that's exactly what happened. As soon as it opened, the Dow Jones jumped like 300 points, and it kept going to be up 500 points. But it's hit that major number now, at least we think it has. And I haven't checked it recently because it's been a few minutes away. But we'll take a look at this here, and we'll find out if we're going to get it. We'll be right back. I can't do this.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, this is the chart of the Dow Jones I was showing you. You can see the patterns. There's your drive 1, there's drive 2, there's drive 3. It measured, the number we were looking for was 42,288. That's been a high, and like we're trading 100 points under that right now, but that is a completed ABCD pattern. In the S&P, that was equivalent to 62.36, I believe. But that's what we're watching here in the Dow Jones. Now, as that was happening, you see, we had something unusual happening here. If we take a look at the NASDAQ now, this is going to be very important because it means selling's coming in. You'll notice we just made new highs here. We haven't made new highs in the NASDAQ since the opening run. The Dow Jones has gone up. The S&P has gone up. I don't know if the Russell has or not, but this is actually moving a little bit lower. Okay, now we did have a big sell-off here right before the opening. Let's see if it stopped at the old 382 level. There's your low, there's your high, and it misses the 382 by, quite a bit. It misses it by 40 points, so that's quite a bit. But this, the important part is, we've gone higher in the Dow, we've gone higher in the S&P, but the NASDAQ hasn't. That's been the leader of the pack. Whether that means anything or not, I'm not sure, but I think it's important to remember that, especially when we're dancing up here with these patterns that look so very interesting, okay? Now, let's get here with the Hong Kong market. There's the Hong Kong market right here. Very clear. We've been in a big bull market here since August. We had the pullback right there on April the 7th. That was a major cycle of some sort in the world, whatever it was. From your low to your high, you'll see it went right to the 61% retracement here. And now, look at this. The ABCD measures right to this level here, 25248, and we're at 25284. So it goes up 1,000 points this weekend and hits that. So get the bells ringing, because this is going to be a very, very big ABCD 3 drive to a top pattern right up there at 35,248 in the Hang Seng Index. Now, a couple of big stocks are making monster moves. This is why it's such an important day here. We're going to take a look at one of our all-time favorites with my closest and dearest friend, Bill Gates. And actually, Bill and I are not close anymore because he doesn't buy my letter anymore. Okay, hold on. Here is the Microsoft making new highs. We're going to move over to the weekly to see it because this is how important it is. There's your low way back here. All right. There's your A leg, B leg, C leg, D leg. Okay. Now this measures to 502. The high today is 499.30. Okay. There's your A, B, C, D. That's very close. Right now we're 497. We got to pay close attention to this, folks, because it might be, something that tells you that there's and this is the number one, this is a huge weighting in the Dow Jones. That's why it's up so much today. Now, we've been asked to take a look at NVIDIA, and I'll bring that up right now. It's making new highs quite a bit, and you can see we're up about 57 now. The old high was 51 right back here. Then we had the big move down. It's also making new highs up in this area also. It's the most expensive company in the world, over $3 trillion, far surpassing our good friend and that everybody owns is Mr. Appel, who's down by the well, who Mr. 2 was trying. You better be quiet, Larry. You're going to get into trouble. Trouble is my middle name. Hold us, my Sarah's grandson. All right, look at this, folks. Apple can only be up pennies today. Look at this. Something's happened to Apple, folks. I don't know if it's the tariffs or what, but somebody has said we don't like Apple anymore. Now, it's a great company, and people have made billions of dollars off of it, but right now it's in poor favor here in the United States. I'm not sure the reasoning behind it, but that's it. I've had an indication to look at the the hog market, because we've been bearish hogs. We want to get up here and see what it looks like from the bearish side here today. And here's our hog chart. We'll get it up here. It's still down a little bit. Let's see. Let's get this up here for the intraday here. 60 minute. Yeah, here it is. Let's refresh this and we'll see where we are. Okay, there's the move down today. You can see here's today's low. Now, what was today's low? Let's just take a guess. If you go from the AB equals CD move right there, there you hit 08. That's a 2-cent move in corn. Missed that one on the day trader, saying we were so busy doing the currencies and stuff that we didn't get a chance to do the hogs. But look at that. It gaps lower and goes right to your spot. Now it's rallying back, probably right at the 382 would be my guess. And there it is, right at the 382 here right now. Okie dokie. Now we got a couple others here that need our attention. Let me get this out of the way. Hold on right here. Microsoft, and then we also need to look at the stock that has been, they say it's the darling of the stock market, but the charts don't show that. And this is Google. You remember we've had this pattern in Google on the long-term weekly chart. And as you see it here, there's the weekly, and then you'll get over, there's your left shoulder, right shoulder. That's about the best I can draw it without moving these things around a little bit. There's your high right here. We're up pretty good. Had a 3-day pullback. That pullback came right down, probably to exactly 50%, and just about. Now we're rallying back. Now let's look at it as of today, okay? Now, this is a weekly chart, so we're going to go to the daily, okay? And there's where we are right now. There's the head and shoulders right there. There's the move that we got going right now. This is, to me, a very bearish chart because it's weaker than the market, and it should be stronger because everybody uses Google. If they don't, they're fined or something like that. We've been asked to take a look at the live cattle market also. I'm switching back and forth because that's as the questions come in. I try to answer them. And here's the cattle, still actually coming up a little bit here. We'll get this out of the way. They've acted pretty good. That's a weekly, November. Oh, sorry. Okay, there it is right now. So we've come down here a few days. Now we're rallying back. Let's see if the rally back is going to be 382. All right. Here's your high right here. There's your low. Your 382 comes in here at 212. We've already gone a penny above it. So we'll look at the hourly chart. and see if there was anything there tipping its hand. Well, there you can see the 382s all the way through here. And if you want to get rid of this and see what the next 382 is going to be, because you might have a trade here right now in a bear market from your high down to your low, and you're already through it. See, it should have been 250, so it's already gone above it. Tells us you're probably going to go a little bit higher. That was the 382 off of the high right back here. So, and right now it's sitting with about a $300 loss. If you sold that 382, your stop would have to be right above here. So we're going to take a break. 877-927-6648.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, one of the highlights of the trading day today, the live trading, was my thing I call the best way. I'm going to play it. It's a little video. It's only a few minutes, but it shows you how I got started in this business with patterns. So here you go. Those of you that would like, I understand that you could not get the, get this up here again, you could not get the recording on it, and the reason why, I'm not even sure. But if you'd like to have it, just email me, Larry@tradingtutor.com. It's called The Best Way Video. I made it several years ago, and it shows those diagrams with the description. Just Larry@tradingtutor.com. Okay? Now we'll get back here to some of these markets moving around. This was Google. Let's get this out of the way. Or some of the things that we were also covering. This is Microsoft. We're still watching that. Boy, it's really close to monster ABCD up here, folks. There's NVIDIA that's still going crazy to the upside. There's the Hang Seng. Get this out. Let's see. What we were talking about before was the gold and also soybean oil, which is a big report on soybean oil coming up here. And I can't find the YM for the life of me. So what I've got to do is I've got to put these in to the folder so that I can see them as they pop up, and then I can spot the YM in here and see if that number that we've been looking at here, it is right. Oh my goodness. It's down way over 100 points right now. That's a good sign. There it is right there. That was one of the trades we were looking for today, selling it right there. Now it's moved down. We'll get down on a 13-minute chart. There's the early morning breakout. We talked about dynamite triangles this morning. There's one right here in the, let's see if I can draw it the best I can with this little tool. There's a dynamite triangle right on the opening. Look at that. And it rallies 500 points without a correction. There's hardly anything in here. But that number right here, looking at on the daily, is that number right there. It's actually 44,288. And we said 44,280 was the place to be a seller of it. Okay? All right, now let's move on here to a couple other things that we have. Now we've talked about the Hong Kong. Oh, the currencies. Oh, my goodness, that's a big deal. I'm going to have to do this because this is a big deal, folks. We talked about it yesterday, and it's working pretty good right now. And we'll get up here and take a look at it. There's the currencies on the shorter term basis. But here's the key. On the longer term basis, folks, okay? We've been with, that's the futures. I don't want to use the futures. I want to use the, I want to use Forex because that's what I use. Hold on a second, folks. Let me get the Forex up here. And it'll just take a second because the currencies are real critical level. The US dollar and stuff. It's big time. So there, let's try British pound. Okay, there's the British pound on the long-term picture, folks. There it is right there. As you can see here, that's the move right here. And then so far today, looking at it, look what's happened. It's been going down, 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 down. Now, we had an order to sell it on that new high, but it missed it by just a hair's breadth. And we were also looking at it on the euro. And you'll see here, as we watch the euro, we're doing pretty much the same thing here. You'll be up to watch this 1 second here. Okay, we wanted this to make a new high. I'll show you why. If you look at this on the daily, there was our number to do it at was right there at that number. And if we did that on the weekly chart, you'll see why that number was so very, very important. It was right there. That's the 78% level of this high right back here, folks. Right on the money. There it is, right there. You missed it by 4 pips of getting us filled right there. And right now it's backed off about $300-400. But anyway, that's a real key to look at now because that means that the US dollar is not as bearish as people might think. Well, how can you say something like that, Larry? Well, what we'll do is we'll go here and take a look at the charts, go up to D for dollar index, and we want to go down here for daily. And this is one of the things we was talking about today. Here it is right now. Now here, as you can see here, this is the dollar index. Now you can see here, we've just made a 1.27 expansion of that move. There's your first move down right there. Then you come right down to your 1.27, okay? And it looks like it's getting ready to rally. So let's take
a little break and we'll be right back.